It's not panic. It's just a lot of support, and a lot of support from me, a lot of support from the coaches, a lot of support with each other. It's not easy to lose. It's not easy to not perform the way we want to. So it's a lot of positive things. We hold accountable, but we're also being really, really positive about how we're going to come out of this and start playing better.
Have you sensed frustration at all?
Anytime you're losing, there's frustration. Yeah. I think that's natural. That's normal. They're not robots. There's going to be frustration when there's, when we're losing games and maybe not getting the hits or the starts that we need.
Have you seen Robinson Chirinos step into this bench coach role? I mean, obviously, with the start, you guys have a bit of a tough assignment, but as far as keeping morale up and things, but how have you kind of seen him handle that?
Doing a great job. Does a great job at keeping the spirits up. The positivity in the dugout is unbelievable. He's incredibly supportive. He's very well respected by the players in there, and Robbie's a real calm voice that's got a real positive tone all the time, and that's what he brought when he's a player here. A guy that loved to win, that would be able to have easy or tough conversations with players, but also support them all the time.
To start the season as a number 4, right now with this situation, his expectation and his role is getting even more than before.
I don't want anybody to try to raise their, go from a number 4 to a number 1 or whatever. I just want Tomo to be himself and to pitch well, and he's done that. He's done it especially the last few times. He's done a great job of changing speeds. He's facing a lineup that's swinging the bat really well in a really good club, and got to see a few of those guys in spring training. I think that was good for him to face some of these guys already once. But yeah, I just want him to be himself. A little exhale in the dugout, just after what we've been through lately in the road trip we went on, and tough time scoring runs, tough time winning games. To hit a 3-run homer there, that was a huge hit.
You saw a different Sugano tonight with a lot of
strikeouts.
What'd you think of how he threw?
Thought he was great. Such a tough lineup to get through 2+ times because of their elite ability to not chase pitches and control the strike zone. And the fella hitting second form is just such a tough out, and just really impressed. The ability to move the ball around the strike zone and change speeds to pitch. It's kind of a lost art in today's game a little bit, and it's it's refreshing. He dumps curveballs in for strikes. He's got the split tonight. And be able to locate his fastball to both sides.
There was a lot of traffic against him first and third innings, but he seemed to just keep his cool out there. I mean, have you been impressed with just the way he was able to strand runners tonight?
Yeah, he's got a lot of composure, and so I thought I saw a little bit more attitude and a little bit more intensity tonight. And coming off the field, he was super fired up when Ced caught that ball. It was a big play, but he looked really focused tonight, and you could tell he was into it.
Imagine the intensity was also there when Felix gets that last out. What was that sequence like in that moment?
I mean, we played the Yankees. Judge is going to hit in the ninth. You feel like every single time. What two really good splits to Judge there at the end, and he goes 3-0 to Bellinger, and to be able to come back and do what he did. He's getting a little bit better every time out.
You've got one out in the 8th. You got Baker warming. Soto's been struggling a little bit. You got 2 switch hitters up. Can you walk us through the decision of keeping Soto in?
Those two switch hitters are better against right-handed pitching, and I just wanted Baker up to have the option, and it was unfortunate that left that ball middle to Wells. And Soto's been really, really good for us. And Soto can get both sides out. If the pitch count got to a point or the command left him, I wanted Baker there just in case.
The decision to
the decision to put Westberg on the IL.
Yeah, so strained hamstring. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully it's not much more than the 10 days. He's been playing beat up all year, and that Toronto series, I took a lot of heat for sitting him in that fourth game of that after he hit 2 homers in the third game of that series, and he could barely get in the clubhouse the next day because he was so sore. And he's been trying to grind through it. He gave him some days off, but it's then he tweaked his hammy a little bit a couple days ago or at night on a throw on the bottom of the 8th. So hopefully he's get the hammy right, get the body right, and be good to go for the last 5 months.
And Sanchez, was he hit?
No, that was something that he's been dealing with also. He has it's a little stress reaction in his hand, and it's just from swinging the bat. And he's been getting treatment on it and trying to play through it. And then he played 2 days in a row in Detroit. And
to join the Masson booth, and we have loved having that energy around. The Orioles brought the energy tonight to back up Tomoyuki Sugano, who feels like he's finally settling in to his new home, and the stuff is starting to really speak for itself. Now, he's had 2 really good starts, finishing 7 innings, but the strikeouts finally came around this time. You heard our own Ben McDonald breaking down why that splitter looked so good earlier, where his release point was. So let's send it to the clubhouse where Tomoyuki Sugano and his interpreter Yuto explain.
First of all, how do you explain the increase in the swings and misses and the strikeouts tonight?
今日空振りとストライクの数が増えたと思うんですけど、何かその要因っていうのはあったんですか？
毎登板いろんな発見があって、一つはスライダー、スイーパーが良くなってきたっていうのと、まっすぐも効果的に今日は使えたと思うんで、そこが一番の要因かなと思います。
Every outing I find something new, and today especially the sweeper was really good. The fastball was working well as well.
How big was Cedric's catch there?
セドリックのキャッチはどれだけ大きかったですか？
もう試合のスコアそのまんま多分影響されてると思うので、あれが入ってたら今日の試合勝ってないと思うし、それだけ大きなプレーだと思います。
It affected me big time. If it wasn't for that catch, we might have not won. So big time play.
You mentioned the other pitches. Was that the best your splitters felt? And just how big was that pitch for you tonight?
今日スプリットも良かったと思うんですけど、スプリットどんな感じで投げてました？
スプリットだけのそこだけにフォーカスすると正直もうちょっといい日があったのかなって思いますけど、さっきも言ったようにやっぱりストレートを効果的に使えたので空振りが奪えたと思ってます。
If I were to talk about just the splitter today, I think it was okay, but mixing in with the fastball became more effective, made it more effective.
Brandon Hyde said that you seemed like you had high intensity today. Did this start feel like a big one for you and for the team, a big game for you guys? I know it's April, but still a big game.
ハイドが今日はちょっと友は緊迫感があったような感じがしたっていうふうに言ってたんですけど、今日そのチームの状況として勝ちを取れたっていうのはやっぱ重要なことでしたか？
おそらくこのカードの頭投げるのが多分初めてかな、今回でだと思うので、やっぱりカードの頭取るっていうのはすごく大事なことだと思うし、それなりに責任感を持って投げました。
I think this will be my first time pitching the game 1 of the series. I know how important it is to take the first game of the series, and that's what I had in mind.
What were your impressions of facing Aaron Judge for the first time?
初めてアーロン・ジャッジと対戦したことに関してどう思いましたか？
スプリングトレーニングの時に対戦しましたけど、その時フォアボール出してブーイングされたんで、ブーイングされないように真っ向勝負できました。
I actually faced him during spring training, and I gave up a walk, and I got booed. So I made sure I don't give out a walk this time.
Well, we'll take a look at the pitchers of record, and Tomoyuki Sugano absolutely did not give it up this time. He's dropped down to that 3 ERA, picks up his 3rd win of the season. Will Warren, his 1st loss. Orioles boosting those numbers, and Felix Bautista, his 4th save, continuing to round into form. You see that 2.25 ERA. All good things for Tomoyuki Sugano at a time where the Orioles absolutely needed him.